How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Cozy Talks. I'm Joe.
Nice.
Today we're going to be talking about UFC 319, Saturday night's card. We'll run through all our picks, what went right, what went wrong. And yeah, we'll just go fight by fight and yeah, just talk about what happened.
Yep. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know if you hit any bets, any parlays. Yeah, let's get into it, Joe.
Yeah. So first fight of the night was the Ultimate Fighter finale for the flyweight division. We had Alibi Idris versus Joseph Morales. Joseph Morales won by triangle choke. What were your
Yeah, I
thoughts on this?
mean,
See,
Idris just had no answers for it. I mean, on the feet, Idris, he kind of had a chance there, but Morales just shut him down with the clinch game and just getting him up on the cage, and then he found the submission come round two. Um, It
yeah,
really sucks because I had Idris money line, and honestly, that was just I was just going based off of his record, and then also minus 500 odds.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, Idris. I mean, he looked good on the show. I watched back a few of the fights. Morales, not really looking too great. His last fight was a controversial decision. But going into this, I mean, he just looked like the better guy. I mean, Idris, he was really favoring his spinning attacks, and he got taken down a couple times trying to
uh,
execute.
that's yeah, that's another thing too is Idris for some reason he just kept spinning. He just kept trying to land spinning shit, and yep, mistakes and got taken down.
Yeah, so nothing like open up a pay per view with a big plus underdog cash, and so whoever had that, congrats. Next fight, this was bathroom break number one. We had Kareem Silva versus Diana Barbosa. Uh, yeah, I mean, some people were saying that Barbosa should have won on the scorecards. It was unanimous. Everyone said Silva, and we watched this fight. We're joking about the bathroom break, by the way. But watching this fight, I mean, I thought Silva won. I didn't really see a
I
way that Barbosa could have won that fight.
I mean, maybe round two, maybe round two because, you look at the control time right there, and the takedowns. Like Barbosa was, she was kind of out wrestling, out grappling Silva, but towards the end
Yeah,
of the fight, especially come round three, Silva was, she was getting taken down, but she was, moving positions real quick, getting out of it, and I think Silva ended up edging out that win there on decision. So.
yeah, not much to say here. Our pick here was Silva. I don't know if we said Silva decision, but we definitely had Silva money line. So yeah, on to the next one. Closing out the early prelims, we had Drakkar close versus Ez Barbosa. This one, I don't know if you could say this one was a close one. I mean, it was unanimous. I maybe would have said a split. Uh,
I
I
would say it was a close fight. I
yeah,
mean, I think it was a close fight. I thought Barbosa round one, uh, and Drakkar close round two. Round three was really close, but
yeah.
at the end of that round three, I thought Barbosa had done enough to win that, but they gave it to close.
Yeah, yeah. Your pick here was Barbosa decision, right? Or did you
Yep.
have? Yeah,
I I mean either way, I had Barbosa winning here.
yeah. I had close spread. Early on Cozy Talks on Tuesday, I was saying Barbosa money line, but as we got closer to the fight night, I started to lean into close a little bit, just because I thought his wrestling could get it done. He didn't get any takedowns, but he did get some control time up against the fence. He did not look as dominant as Barbosa, so I was kind of surprised that he kind of squeaked that out there. Even though he got a unanimous, I still thought maybe it would have been a split for Barbosa or a split for close. Not everyone thinking that he won, but yeah. On to the next one. This very sad. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
unfortunate.
yeah, Alexander Hernandez versus Chase Hooper. This opened up the regular prelims. Uh, our boy Chase Hooper from Washington, couldn't get it done. Got knocked out with seconds to spare in the first. I mean, yeah,
I
he
mean,
said in his fight interview that he wanted to, show his striking, because obviously he is a very talented grappler, and he is starting to round out a bit. This was his first loss to lightweight. He had lost in the past, down a division at Bantam. Uh, yeah, I mean, this is another big underdog that cashed. My pick here was Hooper.
Yeah, I had Hooper winning here as well, and I think with Chase Hooper, dude, I think he was just so focused on, let me display my striking that
So
that's all he was focused on. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I feel like some things just need to come as it's going. And he just was so set on I'm gonna display some of my striking, and against a brawler like Alex or
yeah,
against
Alexander.
Hernandez, yeah, Alexander Hernandez. Um, yeah, Alexander Hernandez just found that counter and just got him.
Yeah, and as silly as it was, Hooper just did not look comfortable on his feet, man. I mean, every
Yeah,
punch and every kick looked really stiff. He
yep.
didn't look like he was even in the flow to be in a striking exchange with Alexander Hernandez. And he blitzed in late in the first, and Hernandez just caught him on a counter and dropped him, and that was it. I mean, yeah, it sucked. I mean, yeah, he was a big piece on a few of my tickets for the prelims and a couple of my two man lays. So that was kind of a disappointing loss, but I think it's one that he can learn from. And if he wants to keep working on the feet, he's gonna have to just find a way to get comfortable. Otherwise, he's just gonna keep down this path, especially when he starts working against these guys that are higher up in the lightweight division. Um, it's just gonna keep happening. I mean, a lot of these guys are very, very well rounded. I mean, it's a deep division. So
Yep.
yeah, moving on. We have Jessica Andrade versus Lupe Godinez. I'll be honest, I didn't really watch this fight. We had some people over at Aziz's place, and this just wasn't a fight that I cared to really pay attention to. I had Lupe decision. Z, if you have anything on this, you can talk about it because I definitely don't.
At the end of the day, I did say Andrade, but I knew Lupi, like we talked about it. Lupi was probably gonna get this win by decision, but I thought maybe Andrade could. I had a little bit of high hopes for Andrade. I kind of watched this fight a little bit. It was a pretty good fight. Not a whole lot of wrestling, which I was kind of surprised about. There wasn't a whole lot of wrestling.
14 attempts though. Shit.
But yeah, she most definitely tried. She most definitely tried. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot on this fight either, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, good for Loopy. I mean, it's a big win for her.
yeah,
I think
against the
she's
former champ.
yeah. I think she's probably set up for a title limiter fight, or title challenger limiter fight, or at least one more fight, and then go in that direction. Uh, Man, this fight GM3 versus Alexejczyk, not a lot here either. I took a dog shot on GM3, and he just wasn't even in this fight, dude. I mean, he was just a punching bag, and
Yeah,
this I think this speaks more to how much worse GM3 is than how much better Mikal is. I think Mikal did what everyone expected. He got his round one finish. He's a go heavy in the first, and then if he doesn't make it out of the first, he's gonna experience some other problems with some of these other guys. But this went about as everyone expected. So yeah, I had GM3. What'd you have here, Z? My
I
cats.
had I had I had McCall knockout, and I had said something about McCall round one, which he did find the knockout in round one. But like you were saying, GM3 just did not. He didn't look good at all. He didn't look like he was really in the fight, and McCall just he established that striking, and he just shut down GM3.
Yeah, yeah. Even Dana said he's like, well, what do you expect me to say here? It just is what it is. So that's. Oh no, sorry, we got the featured prelim. We had this one actually ended up being a pretty good fight. For how quick it was. Early-ish in round two. Uh, Eric Nolan had this dude hurt in the first at the end of the
Mm,
first round. Him being a natural welterweight and going up to middleweight on a short notice versus a guy who's on in total 8 days notice or 4 days notice from fight to fight. Uh, yeah, Sir Sakayev got it done rear naked. I think everyone had this dude's KO prop because I mean, minus 1,000. That's just not playable in any sort of way unless you're going to throw with a bunch of legs as is. My pick here was Sursakai. I don't know if I said Sursakai knockout because it wasn't really a fight that I planned on betting on.
I think I
Um,
just had Suzuki money line, just to add it on, just for a little bit more odds on some
yeah,
of my other parlays. So I just had Suzuki here. I did talk about, the knockout, but you got it done. You got it done by submission.
yeah. I think there's big things in the future for Eric Nolan. I think the UFC said they want to keep him around. They like him. I mean, yeah, he's taking this fight on short notice and he's up. This isn't even his weight class, and he hurt a guy who is looking like a freak, and he's going to be a problem in this division. So yeah, I mean it's a good fight. So yeah, on to the main card, bro. Okay, so this fight, I will just say this: this fight lost us so much potential money. It was like the last leg on a handful of my parlays. I had Kasakura money line on a few of them, and I had Kasakura inside the distance. And as we can see here, this homeless man with the big thick beard fucking won.
Yeah, I
This guy has
mean,
been on a layoff for 2 years. Like Z, what do you got?
Tim Elliott came out looking like Cody Garbrandt, looking like prime Cody Garbrandt, bro. He was moving around like Garbrandt and he was moving around like Dominic Cruz, dude. And I just think as soon as Kai saw that, bro, that just threw him off. That threw him off so damn much because he did not expect to see that out of Tim Elliott. And Tim Elliott was just over there just moving around
In and
Kai
out,
and
being
and
awkward, being
then yeah,
unorthodox.
yeah, and then, was even outstriking Kai. When they went in and they were crashing, they were swinging, but Tim Elliott was getting the better exchanges, getting better out of the exchanges. And then he found his wrestling, and Kai has no answers when it comes to that. I
Yeah,
mean, he has no answers when it comes to the wrestling, and I just feel like a lot of these dudes coming from different organizations and coming into the UFC, it's just different levels, man. It's just really, really different levels of fighting. When you're in the UFC, and I mean, that just goes to show you right there, 38-year-old Tim Elliott, you know, clearly outworked a 30-year-old Kai Asakura, who
yeah,
was a former champ from a different organization, just fought against Pantoja. And I mean, what do you do with a guy like that? Like,
yeah. I was seeing online a fun fight that they would make for Kai next. They said to give him Ode Osborne. I mean, hey, we just saw Ode give Steve a run for his money. I think it'd be a fun fight. I don't know. Kai needs a tune-up fight. I think he needs to establish
that
himself in the
was it.
UFC.
That was it,
This was
bro.
supposed
That
to
was
be it.
that was it. Nah, nah, He,
Uh-uh.
you give no, bro. You give Kaya Sakura Odie Osborne. Odie Osborne is gonna fucking knock him out, 100%. You put Odie Osborne in a full camp against Kaya Sakura. Odie Osborne is killing Kaya Sakura, bro.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
based off of that performance, Kaya Sakura is still fast, dude. He still has hands and he's still a striker. Odie Osborne is 100 times faster and a better striker than Kaya Sakura, in my opinion. Look at what he did to Steve Erceg on short notice.
Yeah, yeah,
We were talking about Kai Asakura needs a tune-up fight. This was literally his fucking tune-up fight, bro, against a 38-year-old vet who's coming off of a 2-year fucking layoff, and then he gets choked out like that. Nah,
yeah,
no. Like I was saying, the levels in the UFC are completely fucking different, and there's never gonna be another prospect or a prospect that comes into the UFC from a different organization that the hype is fucking there and they come out and they fucking I I don't care, bro.
yeah,
And like we're about to get into another one with the co-main, but we'll save that. We'll
yeah,
save
yeah,
that for now. But
yeah. I think for the main card, we'll kind of go over who we think they should fight next. For Tim Elliott, he was the number 11 guy. Kai was the number 15 guy. He just beat Kai, in dominant fashion. I think he gets to move up in the rankings and fight a guy above him, whether that's Alex Perez, or there's a few guys there, a few guys above him, but I think he deserves. He just said he's getting a new contract too, so he deserves
See,
a step up.
I will say this. I will say this. I do think that it's kind of wrong on Kai's side that he's been dealt Pantoja for his first UFC fight, and then he got a dude like Tim Elliott, who is a battle-hardened vet. He's been around for a long fucking time, and he has a lot of fights under his belt. But at the
Yeah,
same fucking time, though, Tim Elliott's coming off of a 2-year layoff, and he's 38 years old, going against a 30-year-old Kaya Sakura, who's known for his knees, his fast striking, and his knockout power.
yeah.
So I mean, like I don't know,
Don't.
bro.
I mean,
I'm trying.
I'm just as frustrated as you are, dude. I
I'm I'm
understand completely.
I'm trying. I'm trying to give Kai like the benefit of the doubt, but like at the same time, brother, like that
Yeah,
was your fucking tune-up fight, bro. That was the fight that, you gotta let these dudes know that
that's
you're here to
your
fucking
showcase, man.
yeah, bro. And
You just got bitched.
so yeah, I mean, if they make Odie Osborne versus Kai, I'm putting my money on Ode, bro. Yeah, get out of
Yeah.
here, bro.
All right, moving on. Another guy from another organization, Michael Venom Page. He's from Bellator versus an OG, a guy that's been in this division a while, a guy that's been, top 10 for a long time, Jared Cannonier. Michael Venom Page, he just showed him levels, man. And it's kind of what we expected. He just kept his range. He kept being annoying. He kept coming in, blitzing, crashing. He managed the range with his legs and his length. Uh,
See, this is another thing that can like kind of go against like what I was saying in the previous fight. MVP is just a different type of fighter, bro. His fighting style and the way he picks and pokes and is just so annoying and like his like countering and his timing. Like you could bring that to the UFC. You know what I mean? And I did
yeah,
not expect him to almost knock out Cannonier.
he put him on his ass twice, and it's crazy they didn't even give him a
Yeah, put
knockdown.
him down
That
twice.
you see
Yeah,
that? There's no knockdowns, even though he put him on his
that,
ass twice.
that's crazy. Yeah, because he
That's kind
almost
of
finished
silly.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he most definitely knocked him down in the second. I think it was the
Right.
second round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but besides all that, MVP.
Yeah, that was my pick. I had MVP decision.
I'm pretty sure I said MVP decision.
Ye-
I was talking about like Cannonier knockout. Like it could be there or Cannonier money line, but
Yeah. I had Cannonier spread as well.
I think I actually no, I think I did pick Cannonier. I think I did, but I mean.
Yeah.
I honestly, on some of my tickets, I did put MVP by decision or just MVP money line because, like we were talking about, just that annoying that it's not really annoying like for us the fans, but it's annoying for the person that's having to deal with it. That
Hmm.
type of fucking distance striking and just you can't get to him, and then when you try to get to him, you get fucking countered. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Uh, I mean, yeah. What's next for these guys? I don't know. Michael Venom. He already said that he wants to fight the guy we're going to talk about next.
that was a
In
fun fight
Rio.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a good fight. I wasn't. Wasn't too sad with the result. I think Cannonier. I don't really know what's gonna be next for him. He's still gonna be in the rankings, however, so expect him to probably just fight a guy that's probably lower than him in the rankings. I'd have to go look at the rankings and see who even is near him. Maybe he gets Vittori again, or gets another guy. But yeah, Michael
Elite
Delize. I mean, yeah, Delize's off the
Cannonier
loss as well.
versus Elite.
That'd be fun. I like that. Yeah, moving on. This was an awesome fight, bro. Anytime the fighting nerds fight, I'm dialed in, dude. I love watching these guys fight. We had Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Prates with they said a second to spare in the last round or in the first round. Carlos Prates, he threw an elbow and then he threw a spinning back elbow. Fucking dropped Jeff Neal. I mean, yeah, this fight from the get go was just like just cars colliding, dude. These guys were just going at it.
Just striking, just straight striking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nasty spinning elbow that Prates landed on him. At
Mm-hmm.
first, it didn't even look like it really like fully landed, but
It,
then
it's that death touch, man.
he hit him right on the temple. right on the temple, and that just shut down Geoff.
Yeah, it's just,
Um, that was really crazy to see at like right at the end of the round.
mhm.
But I had Protez winning here, and I said Protez knockout.
Yeah, I had Prates knockout as well. Yeah, and whatever's next for these guys, we know Prates. He's surging up the rankings. But
So you were saying MVP called out
he,
Protez?
he called out he called out Prates, which I thought was kind of weird because this is a middleweight fight and this is a welterweight fight. So is
Well, I
is
mean,
MVP going to bounce back down?
yeah, he would. He is. What is he
Right.
ranked 7? He's ranked 7 in the welterweight, isn't he?
Let me look real quick. Talking about Michael Venom.
Yeah, MVP.
Let's
Almost
see.
100% sure that he is.
In the welterweight, he's number 15 for welterweight.
Oh, number 15. I thought it.
No.
Oops.
Uh, yeah, 15 for welterweight. I don't even think he has a middleweight ranking, does he? He probably wouldn't. I don't see a reason why they would. But Cannonier was number 9. So yeah, I mean, if he's going to go back down, he's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting Carlos Prates, who right now is ranked number 12. So if that fight is made, it's one of those fights that whoever wins gets that probably that top fight.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, Protez. Well, when he fought Ian Gary, what was Ian Gary at? Was Ian Gary top 5 or was
I
he
think he was
like
I
7
think he was 7 or 8. Yeah.
for sure? Well, never mind. I don't know. I don't know who Protez would fight, but I think they do give him someone who's a little bit closer to the top 5 or
Yeah, maybe they gave him a full camp. Give him Ian Gary again, even though Ian Gary really wants a title shot or a top fight. He might be fighting
no,
Sean
I
Brady
don't.
though.
Yeah, who
May-
knows though? But I think I would want to see Protez fight against someone who's closer top 5. Because I mean, Geoff was like ranked 8, wasn't he?
he was ranked 11. He was one spot ahead of Protest in this fight.
Never mind. I thought he
Yeah,
was a little bit higher in the rankings, but
yeah. Maybe I don't even know who I would give Neil after this. I mean, he's not going to fall very far in the rankings. Maybe give him Bonfim, even though Bonfim just fought Wonder Boy. Or you give him like D-Rod. I don't know. I mean, that because D-Rod's off of a loss too, right? Pretty sure he is.
mm, no, D-Rod, no, he just beat Kevin Holland.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jeez, dude, forgot that fight happened.
Mm.
Fucking Kevin Holland looked like nothing in that fight. All right, next fight, co-main. My pick all week has been Lerone Murphy. My dog cashed. I'm very happy with this fight. Just not happy with the result. I said Murphy decision. I'm surprised he actually got the knockout. I mean, I did not expect a knockout in any way, and the
In round
fashion he did it
one.
in was violent
In round one.
in round one. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing too is this was back-to-back spinning elbow knockouts, and there's not a whole lot that's happened in the UFC, and we just saw 2 of them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but yeah, my pick here was Aaron Pico. I thought Pico was live for the win here. But I mean, he did look really good. He looked really good during that fight. Another thing too is that during the clinch exchanges, Leon Murphy he was doing something that like John Jones used to do, where he would do like an overhead kind of clinch,
Mm-hmm.
on his shoulders, and then he was twisting in Pico's arms inside,
Yeah.
just completely
Torque
shutting down just
his
torquing his
power
shoulders.
left.
Yeah, and just shutting down his strength. And
Mm-hmm.
another thing too is that Pico was kind of rushing in, and Leon Murphy saw that, and then as soon as Pico rushed in, Leon Murphy just spun and then threw that elbow
Yeah.
right on Pico's forehead,
Yeah.
dude, right on his forehead, and just shut him down. But I think in this fight, I really do think in this fight, the IQ, the fight IQ really showed in Leron Murphy. Um, I
Yeah.
mean, Leron Murphy, dude, um, coming into that fight on such short notice, and then doing that,
Yeah. But
you got to give him a title shot,
yeah.
or title eliminator.
I will say Mozart's punch in the air, man. He thought he was next. Fucking now he's probably not. Now he's probably getting jumped again by Murphy.
See, I'm glad they gave Murphy this fight though, because I mean, just based off of that performance, I wonder what would have happened with Mosvar. I think Mosvar probably would have just wrestle fucked Pico, or maybe found the submission, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Murphy saved that fight.
yeah, and like Dana said on the post event conference, you know, it's crazy to say, but this really was like the coming out for Lerone Murphy. You know, even with the record of 17-0-1, like this showed that like okay, this kid's got it. Like this kid deserves that title shot. And so yeah, I think what's next for Lerone Murphy is probably going to be that title shot. Uh, you know, not to beat the dead horse, but we got a guy in Pico who came over from Bellator, PFL, wherever he was. I think he was Bellator, but another guy that took a loss.
Yep.
I mean, what's next for him? I don't know. I mean, maybe you give him a guy low in the top 15. Give him a guy like David Onama. Give him a guy like Giga Chikadze, a guy who like has a pretty good ground game,
Yeah, I think
and good striking.
it'll probably be just like the same case as Kaya Sakura. I think they'll give him another dude, for like a tune-up fight. I don't
Mm.
think it'll be inside the rankings though.
No, you think it'll be just outside?
Or it might be top 15, dude. I don't know. But
They got to be careful with these guys, man. They can't just like they're throwing all these guys in the top of the rankings, and it's almost like a free fight for some of these guys because like you're saying, the UFC is just so
100%.
different. It's a different animal, and all
Hmm.
these guys, I mean, honestly, you're allowing what the statistic is, but I bet that record's insane. There's maybe like two wins, and I bet they're both like MVP that are recent transfers from different
Hmm.
orgs that came in and won. Um, so yeah, on to the main event. This I think the most shocking thing here was this method of victory, dude. I mean,
What's crazy is what's crazy is when I went and placed my bets, I made a cycle parlay, and I had Loopy decision, I had Pratez knockout, and Hamzat by submission. But for some reason, when I was putting my money into the kiosk, it wouldn't let me do it. So it wouldn't let me print the ticket, and I wanted to put 50 on it, or 5 units, and it would tell me my limit was only 4 units. And so I went over to the cashier table, or like the cashier desk, and I told him, like, hey, can you make this ticket for me? He misheard me at first, and he did put Hamzat by decision, and he
mm,
put everything else in, and I was like, wait, change that Hamzat one back to submission.
let me see something.
But Hamzat by decision was sitting at plus 430.
Fuck.
But I did not expect this fight to go to decision. I also did not expect Hamzat to just completely dominate like that. I mean, for a dude like DDP, um, who who is just so durable, and he is a dude who could figure shit out. He is
Mm,
a dude who could overcome the adversity, and find the win later in the fight, or find the finish. But Hamzat, man, Hamzat just he just ragdolled him.
yeah, yeah. That crucifix position. I mean, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not one of those things
yeah.
that you think is going to stop the fight, but you saw him, and DDP had no way of getting out of it, and you're like, a few elbows, and they probably would have called that just based off of
100%.
how much he could not defend himself. Like it was like one of the most dominant things ever, and it seems like the most simple position to get out of when they're just laying on your top and you got your whole bottom to bridge out and shit.
And
But
I'm gonna say this right now. If you think this fight was boring, you're a fucking casual, and you should stop watching UFC, you should stop watching MMA, and you should stop watching combat sports altogether. This was a fantastic display of just dominance. You have a like I was saying, you have a champion like Dracus du Plessis who has overcome the adversity, who has beaten 3 former champs, and Hamzat just goes out there and fucking just 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 dominates him. It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, and it should make you impressed.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, Hamzat just fucking he was just swarming him and he was just drowning him, bro. Yes, 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 yes. A lot of people want to see striking. A lot of people want to see knockouts. A lot of people want to see fucking blood. But I mean, this is MMA, dude. This is MMA, and if you don't love all aspects of the sport, I mean, like
Maybe
yes,
it's not for
Hamzat
you.
it's not maybe it's not for you then. You know, maybe yes, maybe Hamzat could have looked for that finish, but I think at the end of the day though, Hamzat was here to prove a statement because everyone's question about this fight was Hamzat's gas tank. Is
Mm-hmm.
he able to implement his cuz he is able to implement the wrestling come round 1, but is he able to continue that and carry that on for the next 4 rounds? Yes, the fuck he can.
Yeah.
I mean, the 530 strikes landed for Hamzat, like they weren't big strikes, but I mean, like imagine having a fucking dude on top of you just pitter pattering your fucking face, and everything you try to do to scramble, to move position, to get out of that fucking dominant position that this dude is holding on you, and you just can't do it. I mean, and you're the champ. You're the
Mm,
champ. And you have this challenger coming in and just fucking dominating you. That's another thing too, bro, is this is a challenger against a champ. And he just showed one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen.
yeah. He's gonna be hell for this division, dude. I don't
Yeah,
see anybody beating him
pray
anytime soon.
I pray for the next guy who has to fight him because I mean I don't and that's another thing as well is people hate on these Russian dudes who are coming and just wrestling the fuck out of all their fights. But what about George St. Pierre though? You know, George St. Pierre was kind of the same way. He'd wrestle and he'd break down his fighters. I mean, and GSP is considered one of the goats, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. They're a different era, but yeah,
Yeah,
same sort of
I mean,
methodology.
different era, exactly. You know, a lot of fans in UFC now or just MMA in general, they just want to see,
Just
you know,
want violence.
knockouts.
We just want blood.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm right there with
But
you, brother, but
yeah, it was a bit of a litmus test. I think it kind of showed where the casuals are. If they didn't think this fight was good, you're kind of like, okay, wait. But what's next for these guys? Z? I think this is the exciting question here. Oh, by the way, I had Hamza. I think I had his money line, or I had his
I had
sub.
Hamzat. Yeah, I
I
had
think
Hamzat
I yeah.
submission.
Uh, but
And I will say this, I did have DDP as my dog. I did say DDP is a very live dog here. I will say next time I won't be making my dog on the same fights.
yeah.
Uh, but I mean, you just had to like you just had to go with it because he's the champ.
Hmm.
But I mean, he just got dominated by Hamzat. So,
Yeah. And so what's
but
next for these guys? Z? Who do you got these
well,
when you're playing matchmaker here? Who do you see these guys fighting next?
who do you think's gonna win the Imamov and Kai fight? Kyle fight.
Well, who I want to win is Kyle. Who I
I want Kyle to win as well.
Yeah, my head and my
But
heart
I
are kind
think
of split in that fight. To be honest with you,
I would love to see Kyle fight, and I would love to see Kyle fight for the title.
hmm
But at the same time,
I don't want to see him get his ass
Imavov,
beat by Hamzat
Imavov,
though.
Imavov though, Imavov is a very good grappler, and
Hmm.
he's a fucking sniper, bro.
Yeah,
Look at the way he put down Izzy.
yeah.
He bitched him bad, bro. So I mean, I don't know, dude. If Kyle can overcome the striking and cuz that's another thing too, dude, is Kyle's a really good grappler. He's a really good grappler and a wrestler. I
Hmm.
think if Kyle can overcome Imavov's striking and shut him down there, I think Kyle could win that fight and I think it would be Kyle versus Hamzat, but like we talked about,
It's gonna be a hell, dude. I don't see anyone beating
I don't
Hamzat.
cuz man, like cause you could go and watch the Cannoneer and Kyle fight, and Kyle got tired. You know, he was tired. Hamzat, bro, Hamzat looked like he can go another fucking 5 rounds of that shit.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't
that's
know, man. I don't think anybody's taking that belt from Hamzat. I really
yeah.
don't. No matter who it is. Um,
Yeah. I think it's pretty clear who he fights next. It's gonna be a winner of Kyle and Imavov is gonna fight Chimaev. I think it's the opposite result for DDP. I think he's probably gonna fight the loser of that fight. Because I mean he's already fought most of the top five. He's fought Izzy already. He's fought Strickland twice. Kyle and Imavov round out the 15 because Chimaev was also top five. So I mean, it's like if you want a new fight, he's got to fight either the loser or he fights RDR. But they're
I
they're
don't think
they're probably gonna
I don't
make they're
think
probably gonna make RDR versus Fluffy. So
yeah, I see RDR and Fluffy happening.
yeah,
Um, I don't
that's one thing that makes sense to me is
I
he
don't
fights the
know.
loser of that fight.
I mean,
'Cause they're both
maybe, maybe they give him Izzy.
again.
I mean, Izzy, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they do just give because you can't give him an immediate rematch. You can't
No,
give him an immediate rematch after that shit,
no,
after that performance. So, uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I do see that the loser of Kai and Imavov fighting DDP, and then the winner of that fight going and fighting Hamzat, and then maybe the winner of RDR and Fluffy fighting the
loser of the title shot
loser.
probably. Yeah,
No, maybe the loser of DDP and whoever. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think that's what's probably gonna happen.
yeah. So just to round this off, let's go over our records real quick on our picks of the week. I went an okay 7-5. I think a lot of my losses were on the prelims. I think I only got Kai wrong on the main card. Z.
That's crazy, really.
Well, I think your record was just based off of props. I think you as well had the same fights. Like we both had Idris, we both had Silva. Uh, you
Barbosa,
had Barbosa, I had
Hooper,
Close. We both
I
had
had
Hooper.
Andrade, McCall,
Yeah.
Siskayev, Kai.
So I think your record was just based off of props. Just because I play like I said we should just play this safe and just go off of record. Your record is probably the same as mine. Maybe it's 6-6 if we just
So
actually
what's our total records then? So this is
from
this
the
is our
last
record
two.
for 319. Yeah, what
I think
we
I'm
should we should
11
add
and
that in.
okay. I think I was 4-8 last week, so I'm 11-13, and then I think you went
We're
seven
probably
and five. We both
yeah,
have the
we're the
same
same then.
record. That's funny. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for the recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed our matchmaking ideas on the main card. Um, if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button, press that like button, share it with your friends, leave a comment, let us know how you did this week. And this week we're going to be talking about the China card, the Shanghai card, and yeah, so keep an eye out for that on Tuesday, 6 p.m. drop Pacific time. As always, stay cozy. We'll see you in the next one.
Stay cozy. We go to China.
Peace, guys.